Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We are in the home of the Heat here in beautiful Miami. And, of course, Kawhi Leonard. And you wonder how they'll do without him. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
The rebound by Worthy. To the paint. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Embiid. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
Here is Sigma. It's Pippen on the wing. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Sigma with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Pass to Embiid. Back to Johnson. From downtown, and Joel Embiid gets the three. Embiid's got 5 now.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that. Johnson. Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Sigma. Thompson outside. 5 to shoot. And there's the drive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't hit the second. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. That's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Minnesota in the lead. It's Gervin on the wing. He takes it in. Miami grabs the miss. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here's English for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Pass to Sigma. Thompson left side. And stolen by English. It's Gervin on the wing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's the drive.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Outside Pippen. Over Gervin. Miami no good on that time either. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Anthony. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you can see why right there.
Pass to Sigma. Embiid with the steal. Gervin surveying the D. And here is Anthony. Back to Gervin. And here's Embiid. 5 points in the game. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Thompson outside. The rebound by Gervin. Here's Minnesota. They're on an 11-3 run. Inside. Here's Embiid. No good.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out front.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Here's Sigma. The kick out to Worthy. Pippen a screen. Pass to Sigma. 4 on the clock. And yes, it's good.
Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Now, here's English. No scoring in this one. And Embiid gets it to go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Here's Moncrief. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Robertson. Lets it go with the 3. Hands it from downtown.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
Now here's Nance. And he slams it down right on top of Josh.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
A shot by Duncan. Nobody around. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And here's Robertson outside. It's hauled in by Duncan.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McGrady outside. They get it back. Nance. Anunoby has the open look. It's good from long range. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. Robertson outside. Launches a 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been at. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trip shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Duncan left side. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Wallace. to the middle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
The ball goes to the away team.
Minnesota leading by 7. Pass to Garnett. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Back to Richardson. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And that one, good. Duncan's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
Duncan with that innate ability to shoot the basketball.
Kicks it out to Robertson. Back to Wallace. Three-pointer. That one, no good. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
And inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Here's Richardson. Here's Duncan. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Duncan's got 4 this quarter.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 1.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Worthy the screen. Robertson outside. Baseline jumper. And the shot no good, a bit short. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Gervin. The kick out to Anunoby. That's good, and so Garnett with the assist. Anunoby's got 6 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Anthony can't hit. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Wallace outside. 6 to shoot. Worthy from outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Anthony right side. Over Wallace. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. The Heat trailed by 10. It's tipped. And Daniels up top. Still without a basket. Oh, Worthy with the block. Robertson outside. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Worthy. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Here's Johnson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Oh, Nance in position. Here's James. James absorbing hits on the drive.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And it's in there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Teams changing it up here. There's 1:59 left in the first half. Pass to Embiid. With force, Embiid takes it to him.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Screen by Smith. To the inside. Back to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. From the high post. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball.
Oh, what a move! Giannis!
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Embiid. Johnson goes in. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Don't sleep on Embiid's ability to create for his teammates, and it helps draw defensive attention away from his attack.
Pass to Cooper. A 3-ball. And the 3-ball is good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Johnson outside. And the rejection by Giannis. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Heat trailed by 3. Outside, James. for the tie. Rebound by Grant Hill.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Anthony on the wing. Out to Duncan. Puts one up from 19. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Kicks it out to LeBron. The three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Anthony. Kicks it out to Johnson. They get the rebound. Back to Anthony. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Shooting for the away team, Grant Hill. 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
Embiid inside, and the dunk by Embiid.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. James right side. Pass to Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Here's Worthy. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Worthy's got 6 points.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Shot by McGrady, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wembanyama outside. Worthy the screen. Puts it up. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
And even a guy like Wembanyama needs help. And a good screen gives him all the help he needs there.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. English is screen. Kicks it out to Garnett from outside the arc. Rebound by Wallace. Miami trailing. To the left side wing. A three from Wembanyama. The shot, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's Gervin finishing it off.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Three from Robertson. The rebound by Gervin. Timberwolves leading by 4. And here's Anthony from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Anthony's got 5.
You know, guys, looking at Miller's career, he turned into a much better three-point shooter in the latter stages of his career.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. Both teams will make substitutions.
Let them hear you.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Three, Pippen. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Johnson outside. Up with the key, Duncan. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And the foul on George Gervin. That's his first foul. It's Pippen on the wing. In the corner, it's Wembanyama.
And they've fallen completely out of sync here offensively. I'm not seeing nearly the same movement or flow that we saw in that first half.
A three. Offensive rebound. English in the corner. Pass to Gervin. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. That misses off the backboard.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Wembanyama with it. Guarded now by Duncan. And again, it's the Heat missing.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
In the corner, Gervin with it. Back to Johnson. Screen by Duncan. English right side. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, D.A. Thank you. Sinks the triple. Worthy's got 9.
And this is how unselfish Pippen can be, wanting to find his teammate.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Worthy. .103 left in the third. Off target at the rim. Now here's Duncan. And stolen by Wembanyama. And it's the Heat on the break. At the elbow, Kirilenko. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Kirilenko's got his first 2 points of the night. .34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Duncan in the corner, and the basket is good. 8 points for Tim Duncan.
Well, Duncan is a guy who knows how to assert himself offensively. When he likes a look, he does not hold back.
Wembanyama looking it over. There's the pick. From the arc. The shot, no good. Duncan left side. For 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside.
48.
The fourth. quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Minnesota leading by 10. Now here's Richardson. Back to Embiid. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And finished off by Worthy.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Embiid the screen. Back to Richardson. Pass to Embiid. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Richardson, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Heat trailed by 10. And we have an attempt. Foul there. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. No one here, James, as he lets it go. Slams it in.
Yeah, not a lot to be done if LeBron gets a solid screen in a pick and roll set like that one.
In the corner, Nance with it. Nance a screen. Outside Anthony. Goes up the baseline. And the jumper falls for him.
And no problem that time for one of the league's all-time great scorers. And, you know, one thing you admire about Carmelo's game is that he's got a variety of ways to score. Most of the time, it's pretty to watch.
And the call will be against Larry Nance. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Sigma. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Outside Anthony. And it's Miami with the rebound. Always with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Drains the three-pointer.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Embiid. Arnett surveying the defense. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
And here's LeBron outside. The rebound by Garnett. Timberwolves leading by 6. Fires the 3. Carries it from three-point range. Garnett's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, what a delivery. The catch and shoot for Garnett. Perfect.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
the mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He knows every possession is critical now.
Let's see those moves. Nice try. It's all good.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
During that break, Erik Spoelstra had some words for his team. And it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Right side, Kirilenko. Now James. 5 on the clock. Will it go? Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
It's Pippen on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to James.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Minnesota leading by 9. Pass to Garnett. Beyond the arc. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
From deep, James. Duncan grabs the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And this is the work ethic Garnett possesses. Really hustles down the floor in transition.
Kirilenko up top. Always with the ball. Good. Nice job down low.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's Duncan. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
Stolen by Magic. Anunoby left side. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
A 3 from Wembanyama. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Minnesota.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tim Duncan.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Pass to James. Over Johnson. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Kirilenko's got it back down to single digits for Miami. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Offensive rebound. No good on that one. And so Minnesota takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.